All right. Hey, ServiceTitan super users. So I just wanted to, I was doing a call with somebody today and I was looking at their call screen and I noticed that they didn't have custom fields. And so I wanted to do a video and make sure that everybody else that's on ServiceTitan knows about this and is really using it to help streamline their CSR process. Because especially as I know some of you guys are moving to like remote users, that it's going to become even more and more important. So in order to affect this, so I just want to show you an example. This is a client's call screen, and they are utilizing custom fields and required custom fields on their call screen. So, this is something we all recognize, right? So this is your call screen. You open up a manual job, and then this is where the CSR can go to search for a customer, whatever they need to do. Well, the standard default fields are not the only ones that you can have. You can actually design custom fields, and you can design custom fields for a lot of different screens. So we're going to talk about that in just a second. But the main one that I just really love to use them on is the call screen. So you can see here that he's got all the standard ones that are business unit, job type, that type of thing. But beyond that, he's got some additional required custom fields. One of them is the age of the unit. One of them is the call priority, the customer status here. And then right now we added one that says, is anyone in the home feeling under the weather? These are things that you want to make sure that the customer asks and that the customer gathers, that the CSR asks and that the CSR gathers this information. So then down below we have some optional custom fields. So was this equipment installed by Lightfoot? This is really important for like callbacks or warranty calls. Do they have any prior unsold estimates? Does the customer have any prior unsold estimates so that the technician knows to review those unsold estimates as well when he goes out into the field and talks to them? How many systems do they have? And then a big one that I really like and I think should be required is this service fee quoted. So you have all the options here. What's nice about this is it allows you to adjust your service fee and your CSRs can keep up with it really easily because they can see it right here on your call screen and they can actually choose which one. Well, they're not going to misquote the plumbing service fee because it's right here on the call screen and they can quote it really easily as they're on the phone with the customer. And then you can also have ones if it's like, well, we don't always quote a service fee or maybe it's an estimate or whatever. Well, that's great. So then we have a waived member, a waived other for some reason. Maybe it's a callback and we're not going to quote a service fee on that. A free estimate and then different types. So one that we're actually about to add is the fee that's for a real estate inspection because we realized today that we didn't have one in there and that it's different. We don't quote the service fee, but it's a different price as well. So we're going to be adding that in there as well. The key is that you can really use this to put information right in front of your CSRs and make sure that the process is consistent from customer to customer. So I would really highly recommend. So you want to set these up. Now you've seen them, you're like, oh my gosh, that's so badass. Oh, I gotta set these up today. Perfect, let me show you how to do it. So go into your settings menu. Now, just to be fair, some of you may not have this feature turned on. So if you go in here and you're following along and you're going into your operations tab and you go down to custom fields and you're like, okay, awesome, I'm gonna add this thing, and you open it up and you select job record and then it doesn't have anything. You just select job record. So if you don't have the custom field being required turned on in your account, you won't see these two options. Now, don't fear. You do not have to get your success manager to turn this on for you. Just open up the chat, wait there for however long it takes, and then whoever's on the chat with you can turn this feature on. It is an open feature. It is not, it's not in beta or anything like that. They will turn it on for you. So you can do this, but I want to just, since we're on this screen anyway, I want to show you that the job record is what allows it to be displayed on the call booking screen. But that's not the only screen that you can add custom fields to. You can add a customer record. Like let's say you need to track your customers by county in addition to by city or that for tax reasons. You can actually add a custom field that's for the county on the customer record or on the location record. You can add it on both. So let's say you say, well, if I add it to the job record here, I want it to then permanently show up on the customer record. Well, that's great. We're going to say that this shows up on all three. All right, so then there's just all different things. So the project record, the purchase order page, if you want to add some kind of custom field in there. The technician settings page, if you have like different technicians that are on different kind of commission structures, or they're at different levels and you want to be able to track something here, add a custom field to the technician settings page, and that way you can run reports off of it. The big thing about custom fields is that this is a data set that you can run reports on. So I think that that's just a really cool thing to be able to kind of break it down by whatever you want. This really allows a lot of flexibility when pulling data out of your system. So just keep in mind that this is a good option for you, and that this is, if you're not utilizing custom fields in pretty much every single one of these categories, then you're probably not using ServiceTitan to its fullest potential. So let's say we're going to add this one in. We're going to add in a test custom field. We're going to put it on the job record and make it required. So then down here, the type, you can actually change it between 3 different options. You can do a text, like where they just enter in the answer. You can actually do a drop down where you can add additional options and you can make them choose from one of the options you provide. Or you can change it to numeric, to where it has to be numbers that they enter. If you're asking for a job number, or if you're asking for a phone number or something like that, then you're going to want to make sure, or a dollar amount, you want to make sure that you require that it be numeric. So I just think that this is a really cool feature. And if you have any questions about it, then post below.